Well, Mikey was born with some disabilities. He had macrocephaly, which is a very large head, and had temporal lobe epilepsy, which led to a diagnosis of autism, bipolar disorder later on. And he struggled a lot in school, and he had some troubles along the way, but he overcame those and basically became pharmaceutical free and drug free, alcohol free, I mean, pretty much, and really liked the outdoors. He learned how to ski when he was 2. We have a cabin in top of Donner Summit, and so he's been an outdoors person from the very beginning, you know, playing hockey there in the winter on the pond, and he switched from skiing to snowboarding probably when he was 10, 12, 10, and he didn't go back, and he was an expert snowboarder. I mean, well, he and I would ski, and you could show us any cliff and we'd ski down it. So he was my buddy, and we'd ski out of bounds all the time. And he could do flips, and he had flips named after him, and he was actually quite well known in the South Lake Tahoe area for his athleticism.
He also, growing up, when there wasn't snow, he played junior Bruins football. He loved to tackle, you know, do anything physical. He played basketball. He played soccer. He skateboarded.
Golf.
His dad taught him how to play golf.
Tennis.
And tennis. And I took him on many tournaments throughout California, which I'm so happy that I did. We were able to spend some quality time together. So he was just a very, very fun-loving, non-school, but very, very fun-loving person. He always had a smile on his face, always. Always smiling. And he, even though he had troubles with growing up, he liked to help others with their troubles. I mean, we've learned from so many people how much of a caring person he was and how he would lift them up and tell them to get outside and go do something. So he was just a very, very remarkable boy.
And there was been a number of tributes along the way, one being a Ride for Mikey day at the end of winter at his ski resort, and several hundred people showed up.
And bought these sweatshirts. 160 people bought these sweatshirts.
And we were all out on the hill at the same time and went to where he, you know, did his
That's my baby.
aerial tricks. The most famous was the Bobby roll, which we don't have the video of here, but he was the only one that could do it. He was a tough kid. I mean, the stories that we heard from his friends is, you know, they'd go out to Mono Lake and hike the mountains over there, and he'd always be on the next peak when they, you know, got up to this peak. He was very gung-ho about being given the opportunity to be in the fire service. One of his last posts was, you know, on Facebook that, you know, this was the best decision he'd ever made. He just loved having fun, doing stuff, you know, you know, performing, you know,
Love of life. Yes.
sports to the best of his ability, and being a great friend, and you know, in the last few years of his life, after he, you know, started to really get it all together, you know, he'd never part company with me without hugging me and saying, "I love you."
No, yeah, he was good with smiles and hugs and love yous, and he's missed by a lot of people. We love him and miss him a lot.